Hey guys, Nick Riley here with Driftwood Builders Roofing. Now, a lot of our customers ask us a lot of different roofing questions, but one of the biggest questions that we get is why are shingles advertised as 30-year or even 50 years when an asphalt shingle roof only lasts 15 to 20 years? And today we're going to do a deep dive on that, and hopefully I'll be able to answer all your questions. Thanks so much for joining me, and let's get started. So, to start off with, a lot of manufacturers advertise shingles as 30 years or sometimes even 50 years, but the average asphalt shingle life for a roof is 15 to 20 years. So, the reason why there's that discrepancy is not because the manufacturers are trying to trick you or lie to you. The reason is that 30 years or even 50 years is based off a perfect world. So it's based off controlled assumptions, perfect ventilation, perfect insulation, and normal exposure. However, everybody knows the weather in Austin, Texas is far from perfect. Right now, I think it's 103 degrees outside, which is why I'm filming inside. So the reality is that Austin is very hot. We live in a very hail-prone area with a ton of wind. Because there's a lot of wind and thunderstorms, that leads to a lot of tree debris falling on roofs. A lot of times roofs can have ventilation issues. And unfortunately, if you choose a truck roofer who doesn't know what they're doing, some insulation shortcuts can be taken. And so the real question you need to ask yourself is, what is the realistic roof life for this specific home? And for asphalt shingles, the realistic roof life is between 15 and 20 years. So the top 5 Austin stressors that age a roof faster are number 1 and 2, heat and UV. Number 3, hail and wind damage. We'll call those thunderstorms. Number 4, improper ventilation. And number 5, trees and debris falling on roofs. So let's start off with heat and UV. Like I said before, it's 103 degrees outside. And, everyone knows in Austin, it gets super, super hot in July and August. And so with incredibly warm temperatures, the heat slowly but surely cooks your asphalt shingle roof. And so things like thermocycling as hot days and then cooler nights make shingles expand and contract repeatedly. UV exposure, the sunlight dries and ages the asphalt shingle binder over time. This often results in granular loss. Once protective granules thin out, the roof becomes more and more vulnerable. And then color matters. Darker roofs tend to absorb more heat than lighter roofs. So, hail does not have to create an immediate impact to leak. A lot of times, we get hail that's only half an inch or 0.25 inches or 0.75 inches, and it's not enough to warrant an insurance claim. However, a little bit of hail every year after year after year after year slowly accumulates and compounds and will over time wear down your roof. So when roofers climb on your roof for free inspection, what they're looking for is consistent impact patterns on multiple slopes, soft metal hits on vent caps, gutters, and flashing, granular displacement exposing the mat, and collateral damage that supports the story. And we have a separate video about what roofers specifically look for and what is and what isn't hail damage. I will link that in the show notes. So, what people need to realize is that a lot of times ventilation can be a big impact on the lifespan of your roof. So if you choose a roofer that does not do a good job, that will result in bad ventilation, which means bad airflow that can result in hotter attic temperatures, moisture trapped in the deck, which is not good a lot of times, at least for rotted decking, premature curling or blistering of the shingles, and then lastly, warranty disputes if the system was not installed correctly. So at Driftwood Builders, we have a 2-year workmanship warranty. The JF shingles we use have a 50-year warranty on them. That's obviously a big discrepancy in years, but you want to choose a roofer who correctly installs the shingles so that way they don't have, so that way the roofer and the manufacturer aren't getting in fights. Since we're a JF Master Elite certified contractor, there've been a couple situations in the last 21 years where the shingles have been defective, and we call JF, James Allen, as a representative. He's awesome, and he gets us new shingles right away. So, insulation details decide whether the roof ages gracefully. So like I said, you want to choose a roofer who does a really good job and installs properly. So in the scope of work, you want a full tear off. You want to see ice and water in the valleys. You want to see correct nailing, and you want exactly 6 nails per shingle. And then you want decking inspected and rotted decking replaced. You also want starter and ridge cap. You also want flashing done right in places where flashing is required, which is usually around the chimney or towards the siding, kind of like where the roof meets the edge of places. Every scope of work should include synthetic underlayment, proper drip edge, and a ton of photos. You can never have too much documentation. So debris in valley isn't good for your roof, as leaves and sticks slow down water exactly where drainage matters the most. Shaded slopes that stay damp, can age differently from sunny slopes. Low slope transitions, a lot of times if the area of a roof isn't that steep at all, the water won't come off as fast as it's supposed to, and the water will accumulate in an area that has a low slope, which results in your roof deteriorating faster. And then gutter overflow. If gutters aren't properly cleaned, the gutters were filled with leaves and debris, and then water will accumulate and then flow back in and negatively impact the quality of your roof. So what homeowners can do to make a roof last longer? Well, 5 quick things. Number 1, they can ask for free inspection after every major hail and wind event. It doesn't cost anything, and it can save you a lot of money down the road. 2, they can keep valleys and gutters clear, so that way every time it rains, water properly flows off your roof. The 3rd thing homeowners can do is trim branches away from roof surfaces, so that when we do have storms, there's a ton of wind, branches don't fall and hit your roof or go through your windows. The 4th thing homeowners can do is fix small penetrations before they become leaks. So if you do have a small issue, go up and fix it yourself, or prefer to call a trusted roofer and have them fix small issues before they become bigger problems. And then lastly, every time you're getting on your roof yourself or you're working with the roofer, ask for documentation. Like I said, you can never take too much documentation.